G'day guys and welcome to Small to Swole.
Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up. Light this shit up.
On today's video, we'll be discussing the first of our 5 pillars of strength. Push. The category push are upper body exercises that involve forcing a weight away from your body. This can be generally broken down into 3 main categories. Pushing a weight overhead, such as in an overhead press, pushing a weight out horizontally, roughly in line with your shoulders, such as a bench press, and pushing a weight downwards, such as a decline press or dip. Today we're going to have a look at each of these categories, some exercises that fit into them, and also how they translate into the real world. Let's start with our overhead movements. The staple movement in this category would be your standing overhead press done with a barbell or fixed bar. However, you can also do a seated version, or you can use something else to apply resistance, such as dumbbells, resistance bands, or a machine. Some bodyweight exercises that fit into this category are our handstand push-up and pike push-ups. These, of course, can be adjusted to suit your strength level. They can be made easier by decreasing the range of motion or decreasing the amount of your body weight that you have on your hands. Going in the opposite direction, you can increase the difficulty by increasing the range of motion you go through, or by shifting your body position so that more weight is on your hands. The main muscles used in our overhead pressing exercises are our shoulder muscles and our triceps. Overhead pressing movements are important because they help keep our shoulder healthy and also help us with everyday activities, such as putting things up on high shelves or taking them down safely. Next up is our horizontal pushing movements. This will mainly consist of the flat barbell bench press, along with the dumbbell bench press, or, as with the overhead press, you can also use machines. For our body weight variations, this will mainly consist of our push-ups. To make push-ups easier, you can either do them with your hands placed on a raised surface, or do them from your knees. To make the push-ups harder, you can either do this by adding weight to your back, or by shifting your weight more onto one hand. Just remember to do both sides. Many of these variations can also be made easier or harder using a resistance band. While our horizontal push does still work the front of the shoulder to some extent, the focus is shifted more to the chest and the triceps as opposed to the shoulders. Having a strong horizontal press is important, as these are the primary muscles that we use when catching ourselves when falling, or when pushing ourselves back up off the ground. They also work to stabilize the arms when pushing heavy objects. And finally, our downward pressing motions. This will mainly consist of our decline bench press, either done with a barbell or dumbbells. Good bodyweight variations for this exercise also exist, such as the dips, either on parallel bars or straight bars, and modified versions of a push-up. You can make these exercises easier by using your legs to take some of the weight off, or using a resistance band. Our dips can also be made harder by adding weight or using a resistance band, or shifting our body more to one side. Again, just make sure to do both sides. Our downward push works the same muscles as our horizontal push. However, the focus is shifted more to the lower portions of the chest muscles. Some everyday situations where a strong downward push would help us are standing up out of a chair and climbing up onto or over objects, such as fences or walls. The muscles used in all of our pushing activities can also be worked in isolation using single joint movements. For our shoulders, these are variations of our lateral and front raises. For our chest muscles, these are any variation of a chest fly, going either straight forward, going from low to high, or high to low. And for our triceps, any tricep extension exercises will do the job, such as our tricep pushdown, overhead tricep extensions, or the French press, aka skull crushers. While these muscles can be worked in isolation, the main focus of our workout should be our heavy compound lifts, such as our overhead press, our bench press, and dips, and then moving on to our single joint movements. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found it helpful, make sure you check out the other videos in the series about the 5 pillars of strength training. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.